Hey there, Jasper Nation. Christian Heimall speaking with the head coach of Manhattan men's soccer, Jorden Scott. Jorden, the last time you and I sat here and talked, we had a little bit of a discussion about the World Cup. You had picked Spain in the World Cup, and the one thing that we did not actually give you credit for, you did pick James Rodriguez to be the star, essentially, of the tournament. Yeah. So we'll give you 50-50 on that one. As you look towards the fall for this men's soccer team, how do you go about and try to kind of take some of the momentum from last year into this year?
I think that's been the toughest thing for the program, is that we've always started slowly because the dependency has been on freshmen. As the program evolved and we continued to improve the standard, we invested emotionally into kids arriving and being able to hit the ground running. But week 3, 4, and 5 for most of those guys is, tank is empty, I need a break, and that really hit us hard last year. I think what we did a better job of last year was getting them refueled and getting them ready for the season. I think that this year we're going to have a lot of returning players that are absolutely key to our core group, and I think that they're already proving in practice that they're ready to play and they're at the level required to be successful. So I'm hoping that with the knowledge of what it takes and with the talent we have returning, I think that we're going to be in a good place.
The big talk last year was the addition of the 2 new programs in Quinnipiac and Monmouth, and of course those 2, along with you guys as well, making it into the MAC tournament last year. Not a goal scored, I mean it was all PKs in the MAC tournament last year. Does that show really how strong this conference has gotten now?
Yeah, Monmouth and Quinnipiac have unbelievable programs. Rob and Eric have done a great job for years with those programs and really have taken them to a top level. And if you look at, our representative went to Yukon and went close, against Ray and Yukon up there in Stawes. Quinnipiac did a great job that evening and really reflected how well our conference is and how good some of the programs are. It was tight. It always is at that level. You've got to have a little bit of luck, between teams. Everyone's fully charged, prepared. And I think it was just a great advert. I know that in America everyone likes to see high goal count, high points, but if you'd watched all 3 games, we should be proud of what our conference is, and we're just happy to be in that mix.
As you look towards from last year, I should say, with the qualifying for a top 4 seed for the first time in a decade, a Coach of the Year award for you, the first ever in program history, Danny Laguna, Tommy Amos, and all the awards that were given out to the Jasper players. With the returning group of players coming back, how much confidence is with this team?
They're really excited. I think that they didn't want to leave. That was the thing. They didn't want to leave in May. We had such a great spring as well. We have some talent coming in this year and the new players coming in. Everyone's just really excited, really happy. If you'd seen them on the field last night, it was almost like a family being reunited, and that's how we look at it. The awards are bonuses. We don't judge ourselves on awards. We judge ourselves on results. We judge ourselves on performance, and the players they're performing right now where they need to be, and I hope that continues.
Jorden, when you look at the core group of the guys returning, you look at some of the seniors for this year and their careers. It started off as freshmen when they make that miraculous run into the MAC championship game, and then the next year they miss out on the tournament. The following year they're back in the tournament for the first time as a top 4 seed in 10 years. How much are you going to lean on the leadership of those seniors, guys like a Eugene Hershap, a Tommy Amos, as well as a Jake Scavetta?
Yeah, I think that group of 5 players are a very unique group. It's going to be tough replacing some of them. You start with Reese Akers, who has been a shining light both on the field and academically for the program, and then same with Jake Scavetta and his development and learning a new position. Tommy Amos leading the program. Eugene really trying to move into more of a striker role this year and hopefully taking off from where he left in the spring. And Andrew Santos, who local kid who came in, worked hard, and all 5 of them will be true leaders, not just in the games, but off the field, meals, organization, talking to players. They know what it takes. They've been really close twice, if you think about it. We lost in the final against Fairfield, 3 set pieces. And then obviously last year on penalty kicks, the experience that they bring is huge, because you need to go there to experience it, right? You go there, and if you win it, it's great, but losing it sometimes allows you to build stronger. You never want to lose, but in losing, you've got to react the right way, and all 5 of them have. And I can tell you that all summer I've had nothing but phone calls, messages. It's been they just can't wait to get started. So yeah, they'll definitely be the catalyst behind everything we do this season.
How much does it help having a guy like a Sean Tui? We kind of hinted at it last year that maybe he'd be able to come back, but how much does it help having him back for one more season? Yeah,
he's another one on top of the 5. You know, Sean obviously didn't play his first year. He came in, and he's another boy that has really sort of swam against the current. I always say he probably was a lacrosse/soccer player, and then suddenly he really focuses in, he commits, he's hungry. And he's been a key part of what we do here. A lot of the work is done. John Wooden used to always say, when you get to the court, inevitably the team that's going to win is going to win. We're similar in that I always think that the training done on the field, whether you're starting, not, whether you play, whether you don't, the work that's done there by guys really will allow us to win on the field, no matter who plays. And there's been times where Sean has been in and he's been out, but he has really helped us, and he continues to.
You've got senior leadership, and then you've got experience that freshmen last year learned that's invaluable. Yeah. How much did it help for a guy like Eli Bunton or a guy like Danny Laguna to be able to have that kind of MAC tournament experience in their freshman year?
Yeah, and they played a lot. I think that was the key to those guys, was that they actually played a lot of minutes. Andrew Melitsinopoulos. Yep. Eli Bunton, Danny Laguna with his, up and down year with injuries and fatigue, and I think they truly learned what it takes to play at Division 1 and then be successful within that. And like anything else, as you continue to move forward, you want guys to live in the moment, to experience that, so that they can pass it on to the next generation. And watching them train last night, they're if I was to compare where they were last year to where they are now, they're different players, they're different people. And they're going to be phenomenal.
That next generation is here now. Talk a little bit about these newcomers and who maybe could be standing out for us this season.
Well, I hope they all stand out. That would be nice. No, I think that it's hard to just truly pick one or two. We have a couple of guys coming in from England that are going to be a big deal to us, not just this year, but in years to come. We have a tremendous transfer kid who I believe will be a huge part in our back line for the entire season. And then we have a cluster of players who offer just great versatility. They're all really hungry. I love their personalities. This group, their personalities, they're really determined. Watching them last night, it's amazing. They've almost walked in, they're high-fiving, they're shaking hands. There's no one shy. Everybody wants to be involved. And I think that they're just going to lift us that little bit further. But I think the thing last year that I was more frustrated with was the lack of depth at times. I thought that we could have been better in certain areas of the field, and we played the MAC semi-final and we made one sub, and I think that this year that's never going to be the case, and I think we need that.
When you look at the MAC this season, you look at where this team was picked preseason, you and I spoke about it when the poll first came out. The entire team just started texting saying this is exactly where we want to be. Why does this team like where they were picked?
The lower the better for us. It's been years of Manhattan College, 10, 11. Continue to pick us there. I'm happy for people to pick us there because the only thing that matters is where you finish. And, we go on our record, we go on our vision, our ambitions, and we'll work hard to continue to prove people wrong. I think that the 5th is probably a respectable number. I think people are now starting to coaches are still trying to identify Manhattan College men's soccer as, okay, they're growing, they're improving, they're getting better, and everybody can see that now. The 4 teams above us, selected above us, have had a rich history of success, and so it's going to be really tough to change people's minds on those 4 programs. But I think that all we can concentrate on is where we finish at the end. The preseason poll is fun for people to talk about, but truthfully, the lower, the higher the motivation for us.
What's going to be this team's biggest key to success here in 2014?
Hard work. Hard work. That's all it is. It's hard work. It's as we told the boys, there's a million different ways you can build a program. There's a million different ways you can put players on the field as a team. We have a way we'd like to play. Everyone has bought into that. We have a way that we like to go about daily work, and they're buying into that. And it's going to be hard work. Same as the coaches, same as the players. The only way to win is just to outwork people.
It's Jorden Scott, head coach of Manhattan men's soccer. Jorden, thanks a lot for the time.
Thank you.
And thanks for joining us inside Manhattan Athletics.